21 meters that separate the Kaaba from the Well of Zamzam.
Like many historical sites, the Zamzam Well faced periods of neglect and even disappeared from sight at times. Have you ever wondered why millions of people travel thousands of miles just to drink water from a single well? What makes this water so special that it has been flowing continuously for over 4,000 years without ever running dry? Today, we're diving deep into the incredible history of Zamzam water, one of the most sacred and mysterious water sources on Earth. This isn't just any ordinary well we're talking about. This is a water source that has survived droughts, wars, and the test of time itself. From its miraculous origins to the modern science behind its unique properties, the story of Zamzam water will leave you amazed. So grab a glass of water and let's explore this fascinating journey together. Let's start our story thousands of years ago in the Arabian desert. Picture this, a vast, empty desert with nothing but sand dunes stretching as far as the eye can see. No vegetation, no signs of life, just endless golden sand under the scorching sun. This is where our story begins, with a woman named Hajar and her infant son, Ismail. According to Islamic tradition, Prophet Abraham left Hajar and baby Ismail in this barren valley following God's command. Can you imagine being left alone in such a desolate place with just a baby to care for? Hajar had only a small amount of water and dates with her. As you can expect, the supplies quickly ran out under the desert heat. The baby began crying from thirst, and Hajar's maternal instincts kicked in. She couldn't just sit there and watch her child suffer. So she began running desperately between two hills called Safa and Marwa, searching for any sign of water or help. She climbed to the top of Safa Hill and looked around, hoping to spot a caravan or any source of water. Nothing. Then she ran to Marwa Hill and did the same thing. Still nothing. She repeated this journey 7 times, each time becoming more desperate and exhausted. Meanwhile, baby Ismail was left crying on the desert floor. But here's where the miracle happened. As Ismail kicked his tiny feet against the sand, a spring of water suddenly burst forth from the ground right beneath him. Hajar heard the sound of flowing water and rushed back to find fresh, clean water bubbling up from the earth. She quickly made a small barrier around the spring to contain the water, saying Zam Zam, which means stop in Arabic. And that's how this miraculous well got its name. This wasn't just a small trickle of water either. The spring produced so much water that it saved both Hajar and Ismail from certain death. Soon, passing caravans noticed the vegetation that began growing around the water source. They approached Hajar and asked for permission to settle near the well. She agreed, and gradually a community formed around this life-giving spring. This settlement eventually grew into the city we know today as Mecca. Fast forward several years, and Prophet Abraham returned to find a thriving community where he had left his family. He was reunited with Ismail, who had grown into a young man. Together, father and son built the first house of worship at this location, the Kaaba. The Zamzam well was right there, providing water for all the pilgrims who came to visit. Over the centuries, the well became increasingly important as more and more people learned about its significance. But the story doesn't end there. Like many historical sites, the Zamzam well faced periods of neglect and even disappeared from sight at times. During the pre-Islamic period, the well became buried under sand and debris. People forgot its exact location, and for many years, it remained hidden beneath the ground. This changed when Abdul Muttalib, the grandfather of Prophet Muhammad, had a series of dreams. In these dreams, He was shown the exact location of the ancient well and was instructed to dig it up. Initially, people thought he was crazy. Why would anyone waste time and energy digging in random spots based on dreams? But Abdul Muttalib was determined. He began digging with his son, facing mockery and criticism from the community. Day after day, they dug deeper and deeper. Just when people thought he should give up, they struck water. Not only did they find water, but they also discovered various artifacts and treasures that had been thrown into the well centuries earlier. The rediscovery of Zamzam water was seen as a divine blessing and a sign of things to come. This happened just decades before the birth of Prophet Muhammad, almost as if the well was being prepared for the new era of Islam. When Islam arrived, the Zamzam well gained even greater significance. Prophet Muhammad himself drank from this well and spoke about its special properties. He described it as a blessed water that could serve as both drink and food. During the early days of Islam, when Muslims faced persecution and hardship, the Zem Zem water provided both physical and spiritual sustenance. Pilgrims who came for Hajj would drink from the well and carry some water back to their homelands. This practice continues to this day, with millions of people taking Zamzam water back to their families and communities around the world. Now, let's talk about what makes this water so special from a scientific perspective. Modern research has revealed some fascinating properties of Zamzam water that set it apart from regular water sources. First, let's look at its mineral content. Zamzam water contains higher levels of calcium, magnesium, and fluoride compared to regular tap water. It also contains unique concentrations of bicarbonates and other minerals. These minerals give the water a slightly alkaline pH, which many people believe has health benefits. The water has a distinctive taste that people often describe as slightly salty but refreshing. Many people claim they can taste the difference immediately when they drink Zamzam water. Scientists have also studied the bacterial properties of this water. Surprisingly, Zamzam water has natural antimicrobial properties that help prevent bacterial growth. This is remarkable considering the well is located in a hot climate where bacteria typically multiply quickly. The water maintains its purity even when stored for long periods, which is unusual for most natural water sources. Another interesting aspect is the well's continuous flow. Despite being located in one of the driest regions on Earth, the Zamzam well has never run dry, even during severe droughts that affected the entire Arabian Peninsula. This well continued to produce water. Hydrologists have studied the underground water system and found that it's connected to underground rivers and aquifers. But even this scientific explanation doesn't fully account for the well's remarkable consistency over thousands of years. The Saudi government has conducted extensive research on Zamzam water to ensure its safety and quality. They've established strict protocols for extracting, processing, and distributing the water. The well is now equipped with modern pumping systems that can extract thousands of liters per hour. This is necessary because the demand for Zamzam water is enormous. During Hajj season alone, millions of pilgrims visit Mecca and want to drink from this sacred well. The Saudi authorities have built an entire facility dedicated to managing Zamzam water distribution. They've created a system where pilgrims can access the water easily without crowding around the original well site. The water is tested regularly to ensure it meets international safety standards. Interestingly, despite all the modern technology and scientific analysis, many of the well's properties remain mysterious. For example, the exact source of its continuous water supply is still not completely understood. The mineral composition, while analyzed, seems to remain remarkably consistent over time. Most natural water sources show seasonal variations in their chemical makeup, but Zamzam water maintains its unique profile year-round. Let's talk about the cultural impact of this water throughout history. Zamzam water has played a crucial role in Islamic civilization for over 1400 years. Kings and rulers throughout history have considered it an honor to be the custodians of the Holy Well. The Ottoman Empire took great pride in maintaining and protecting the Zamzam Well. They built elaborate structures around it and established systems for its distribution. During the Ottoman period, Zamzam water was sent as gifts to other Muslim rulers and dignitaries around the world. This water became a symbol of connection to the holy city of Mecca. Even today, when someone receives Zamzam water as a gift, it's considered a great blessing and honor. Families often save Zamzam water for special occasions like weddings, births, or religious celebrations. Many Muslims believe that drinking Zamzam water with sincere intention and prayer can bring spiritual benefits. Some people drink it when they're ill, hoping for healing and recovery. Others drink it before important exams or life events, seeking divine blessing and success. While these beliefs are matters of faith rather than scientific fact, they show how deeply this water is embedded in Muslim culture and tradition. The economic impact of Zamzam water is also significant. The Saudi government spends millions of dollars each year maintaining the well and its distribution systems. They've built specialized bottling facilities that can handle the enormous demand during Hajj season. The logistics of distributing Zamzam water to millions of pilgrims from around the world is a massive undertaking. They've developed systems to provide small bottles of water to each pilgrim and larger containers for those who want to take more home. The government also ships Zamzam water to Saudi embassies and Islamic centers around the world. This helps maintain connections between the global Muslim community and the holy city of Mecca. Now let's address some common questions and misconceptions about Zamzam water. Some people believe that Zamzam water can cure diseases or perform miracles. While many people report positive experiences after drinking the water, it's important to understand that any health benefits should be viewed within the context of overall medical care. The water is safe to drink and has beneficial minerals, but it's not a substitute for proper medical treatment. Another common question is whether Zamzam water is available for purchase. The answer is that authentic Zamzam water is not sold commercially. The Saudi government provides it free of charge to pilgrims and distributes it through official channels. If you see Zamzam water being sold online or in stores, it's likely not authentic. The only way to obtain genuine Zamzam water is through official religious authorities or by visiting Mecca yourself. Some people also wonder about the environmental impact of extracting so much water from the desert. The Saudi authorities work with hydrologists and environmental experts to ensure that the extraction is sustainable. They monitor the underground water levels and adjust the pumping rates accordingly. The well's natural replenishment rate is also carefully studied to prevent over-extraction. Let's talk about the modern pilgrimage experience and how Zamzam water fits into it. When pilgrims arrive in Mecca today, they find a very different scene from what existed centuries ago. The area around the Kaaba has been expanded into a massive complex that can accommodate millions of worshippers. The original Zamzam well is now located beneath the marble floors of the mosque. Pilgrims can't access the original well directly, but they can drink Zamzam water from fountains and dispensers throughout the mosque complex. There are also dedicated areas where pilgrims can fill containers with Zamzam water to take home. The experience of drinking Zamzam water during pilgrimage is often deeply emotional for believers.
Many people describe feeling a sense of connection to the thousands of years of history associated with this water. They think about Hajar's desperate search for water and how that moment of crisis led to this ongoing miracle. They remember that Prophet Muhammad and countless saints and scholars throughout history have drunk from this same source. This historical continuity gives the water a significance that goes far beyond its physical properties. The story of Zamzam water also teaches us valuable lessons about faith, perseverance, and divine mercy. Hajar's refusal to give up in the face of seemingly impossible circumstances shows the power of determination and trust. Her 7 trips between the hills of Safa and Marwa are now commemorated in the Hajj pilgrimage ritual called Sa'i. Millions of pilgrims each year walk between these same hills, remembering her struggle and celebrating the miracle that followed. This turns a historical event into a living, breathing part of contemporary religious practice. The water also represents the idea that help can come from unexpected sources and at unexpected times. When Hajar had exhausted all her options and felt completely helpless, salvation came from the most unlikely place, beneath the feet of her crying baby. This teaches us not to lose hope even in our darkest moments. From a broader historical perspective, the Zamzam Well demonstrates the importance of water in human civilization. Throughout history, communities have formed around reliable water sources. The transformation of a barren desert valley into the thriving city of Mecca shows how water can completely change the fate of a region. Today, Mecca is one of the most visited cities in the world, with millions of people traveling there each year. All of this started with a single spring of water that appeared in the desert thousands of years ago. It's a powerful reminder of how small events can have enormous consequences over time. The preservation of Zamzam water through different historical periods also shows the dedication of communities to protect what they consider sacred. Despite wars, political changes, and natural disasters, people have consistently worked to maintain and protect this water source. This continuity across millennia is rare in human history and speaks to the deep significance of this site for believers. As we reach the end of our journey through the history of Zamzam water, it's clear that this is much more than just a well in the desert. It's a symbol of hope, faith, and divine mercy that has touched millions of lives across thousands of years. From Hajar's desperate search in the desert to the modern pilgrimage experience, Zamzam water continues to play a central role in one of the world's great religious traditions. Whether you view it through the lens of faith, history, or science, the story of Zamzam water offers fascinating insights into human nature and our relationship with the sacred. What aspect of the Zamzam water story did you find most interesting? Have you ever had the opportunity to visit Mecca and drink from this historic well? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective on this remarkable story. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible piece of history, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more fascinating historical content. Until next time, keep exploring the amazing stories that shape our world.